we can see the chromosomes are compactly arranged. Leads to recombination of genetic material on the two chromosomes. The X formation, and this is called as the chiasma. Moving to the end, it is called as terminalization. Hello everyone, welcome back to session 3 of chapter 10 called Cell Cycle and Cell Division. Myself, B. Shobha Rani from the Department of Biology, Vidyashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence. Hope you remember in the last session we started off with mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis, which is called as an equational cell division, includes 4 very important stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. And at the end of telophase, 2 daughter cells are formed and they are diploid in nature. As we all know that mitosis helps in growth of the cells and thereby helping in growth of the body and later on for development. Whereas meiosis is called as a reductional cell division where the diploid number is reduced to haploid, whereas in mitosis the chromosomal number is kept constant. But in meiosis the chromosomal number is reduced to half. Why? To maintain the chromosomal number constant for a particular species. Hence it is reduced to half. For example, like if you, and as we know that meiosis will take place in gamete cells or in gamete cells, that is in the male gamete and the female gamete. So if the male gamete has 2n and the female gamete has 2n, so after the fusion it will be 4n. So 4n is not a, so as we know the chromosomal number of human beings is 2n. It is called as a balanced number. It is called as a balanced set of chromosomal number. If it has to be 2n, if it is not reduced to half at the time of gametogenesis, then it will become 4n. So 4n is not a normal. But as we know that in meiosis, that takes place in germ cells where the male gamete will have n number of chromosomes and the female will have n number of chromosomes. The male will have n number of chromosomes. So after the fusion it will be 2n. So 2n is a balanced set. So to maintain this balanced set of chromosome, meiosis takes place in the gamete cells, that is during the process of gametogenesis, during the process of formation of male gamete called spermatogenesis and female gamete called oogenesis, to maintain the chromosomal number constant, right? So we have already studied that meiosis is divided into 2 sequential stages. One is called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 2, meiosis 1, 2 cells are formed and this will undergo meiosis 2 to form 4 haploid cells. Right? So in a similar way, meiosis 1 has stages called prophase 1, just like metaphase, just like mitosis, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, then telophase 1, followed by meiosis 2, that is prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and the telophase 2. So at the end of telophase, 4 haploid cells are formed. In mitosis, 2 diploid cells are formed. So this is the difference. But one thing you should understand, prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is the longest phase. What do you mean by longest phase? The duration is of the longest compared to the other phase. So prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is the longest phase. That is what we are going to study here. So meiosis 1, prophase 1 of the first meiotic division is typically longer and more complex. Why it is called more complex? Because it is called more complex. Prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is of longer duration, having 5 substages. Having 5 substages. 5 substages, namely leptotene, zygotene, diplotene, pachytene, and dikinesis. So these are the 5 substages of prophase 1 of meiosis 1, right? So these are the, so we call prophase 1 of the first meiotic division is typically longer and more complex when compared to prophase of mitosis. So it is further subdivided into following 5 phases based on the chromosomal behavior. What are the 5 substages? Leptotene, zygotene, diplotene, pachytene, and dikinesis. Now let us move on to the study of these 5 substages. That is the reason prophase 1 of meiosis 1 is of longer duration when compared to the other phases. Moving on to prophase 1, as I said, it is subdivided into 5 phases. We'll start with leptotene and the zygotene. So leptotene stage. So already we have come across what are the stages? Leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene, and 5th one is dikinesis. These are the 5 substages. So leptotene, chromosomes make their single stranded structure. So here you can see they are formed as the single stranded structures. Single stranded structures. So chromosomes make themselves single stranded. So here you can see that chromosomes make themselves as a single stranded structure and compaction of chromosomes continues. Compaction means you can see the chromosomes are compactly arranged. So leptotene, what are the features of leptotene stage? Chromosomes make themselves as what? Single stranded structures, you can see there. And here you can see that the chromosomes are compactly arranged. Then zygotene, what is the feature of zygotene? Here you can see homologous chromosomes start pairing. Here you can see the pairing of homologous chromosomes. This is called as pairing of homologous means similar pair of chromosomes. Similar pair of chromosomes is called as what? Homologous chromosomes. Similar pair of chromosomes is called homologous chromosomes. So pairing of homologous chromosomes will take place in zygote, and that will lead to what? Synapses. That pairing is called as synapses. And the pairing is called as synapses. Chromosomal synapses is accompanied by the formation of a synaptonymal complex. And complex formed by a paired synapsed homologous chromosome is called bivalent or tetrad. Here you can see the bivalents. Here you can see the bivalents, or it is otherwise called tetrad. So what are the 5 substages of prophase 1 of meiosis? Leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene, and dikinesis. So what happens in leptotene? Chromosomes will appear themselves as single-stranded structures, and you can see the compactness of the chromosomes there, which continues. And in zygotene, pairing of homologous chromosomes will start, and that pairing of homologous chromosomes is called synapses, thereby accompanied by the formation of a synaptonymal complex, and complex formed by a pair synapsed homologous chromosome is called as a bivalent or a tetrad. So I hope you have understood about the first and second substage of prophase 1, that is leptotene and zygotene. Moving on to the pachytene. Here you can see the pachytene. So what happens in pachytene here? Here you can see bivalent chromosomes now clearly appears as tetrads. So here you can see 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So they appear as what? Tetrads. Right? And crossing over occurs between, here you can see crossing over occurs between non-sister chromatids of homologous species. So here you can see this is called crossing over. Here you can see the crossing over takes place between non-homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes. Then crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. So crossing over is, because of this crossing over, there is exchange of genetic material between the two homologous, non-sister homologous chromosomes. So crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between the two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. So crossing over is also an enzyme-mediated process, and the enzyme involved is called recombinase. Recombinase means that which combines. Crossing over leads to what? Recombination of genetic material on the two chromosomes. So crossing over will lead to what? Leads to recombination of genetic material on the two chromosomes. So Pachytene, bivalent chromosomes now clearly appear. This is the third substage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. So bivalent chromosomes now clearly appear as tetrads. Crossing over occurs between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between two non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. Crossing over is also an enzyme-mediated process, and the enzyme involved is called as recombinase. So crossing over leads to the recombination of genetic material on the two chromosomes. That is about the Pachytene. Here you can see the tetrads are formed and the crossing over is formed, right? Then moving on to diplotene. Here you can see the diplotene stage. In Pachytene, we have come across there is a process of formation of synaptomenal complex. Here, dissolution of the synaptomenal complex occurs and the recombined chromosomes separate. Their recombination will take place along, crossing over will take place followed by the enzyme called recombinase. The exchange of genetic material also will take place. Here what will happen? Dissolution of the synaptomenal complex occurs and the recombined chromosomes separate from each other except at the sites of crossing over. So these X-shaped structures are called chiasmata. So here you can see the X formation, and this is called as the chiasma, X-shaped. So when the crossing over will take place, it is called as vanishing nuclear membrane. So what are the features of diplotene? First substage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. So dissolution of synaptomenal complex occurs and the recombined chromosomes separate from each other, and except at the site, they separate from each other except at the chiasma formation. What do you mean by chiasma? When the two homologous chromosomes cross each other, so there is a formation of X chiasma. This is called X-shaped structure is called chiasma. Right? Now, moving on to the last substage of the meiosis, prophase 1 of meiosis called diakinesis. So terminalization of chiasmata. What do you mean by moving apart? Moving to the end. It is called as terminalization of chiasmata. Chromosomes are fully condensed and meiotic spindles are assembled and nucleolus disappears. Here you can see the spindle apparatus formed and the nucleolus disappears and nuclear envelope breaks down. So what happens in diakinesis? Terminalization of chiasmata. The chiasmata is X-shaped formation. So that will terminize means they move apart. So the X-shape will start moving apart. Chromosomes are fully condensed. Condensed means thickened. Condensed. Condensed means what? Thickened. Thickened and meiotic spindles assemble, nucleolus disappear and nuclear envelope breaks down. Hope you have understood the five substages of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. So what are they? Leptotene, zygotene, Pachytene, then diplotene and diakinesis. So now the five substages will complete and they move on to metaphase 1. Then from metaphase 1 to anaphase 1. From anaphase 1 to telophase 1. From there on they'll enter meiosis 2. But prophase 2 of meiosis 2 is very short. Here it is very long. So here you can know it is longer duration. Here it is of shorter duration. Shorter duration. Then followed by metaphase 2, then anaphase 2, then telophase 2. Right? Hope you have understood meiosis 1, prophase 1 of meiosis 1 with the 5 stages, namely leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene and dikinesis. So in the coming session, we'll move on to the last concepts of this very interesting and a very important chapter, I can say, because growth is a very, very important characteristic feature of the living organisms, which is made possible by mitosis, and also meiosis is very important stage which takes place in the germ cells or the reproductive cells, which helps in maintaining the chromosomal number constant. So in the coming session, we'll learn about the last concepts of this chapter called cell cycle and cell division. Till then, goodbye and thank you.